welcome to Indiana Newsdesk. I'm Joe Wren. South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg has a lot of money. He outraised all candidates in the crowded Democratic presidential field with a nearly $25 million second quarter fundraising haul. But now he needs to use that money to build a campaign that can go the distance against nearly 24 rivals. Buttigieg spoke last night at the Young Democrats of America's National Convention. It was his first Indianapolis campaign stop since he officially launched his presidential bid. He acknowledged his need to build up his name recognition with voters across the country, but he says building relationships with voters and his clear message sets him apart in a crowded field. Indiana University political science professor Marjorie Hershey joins us now. Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome.
So Buttigieg has raised more money than some of the big names. You think about Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. Are you surprised?
Yes. I
so
think
why?
This is historic. Well,
yeah.
When a young gay mayor of a medium-sized Indiana city outraises everybody else in the Democratic field, you know that he's found a new group of donors. And that new group of donors apparently has reasonably deep pockets. Now, these are not big contributors. The rules still involve a limit of $2,800 per contribution directly to a candidate. But those relatively small contributions look like they can keep coming.
You know, he was met with chants of Black Lives Matter and criticism of his record, with the African-American community. And I think he has a plan called the Douglas Plan, the stated mission to dismantle racist structure and systems. Now, will that be enough to win back black voters?
Lots of candidates have lots of plans, and most voters really aren't aware of the details of any particular plan. Instead, I think what most voters look for is a more general sense of whether or not the candidate has a feel for people like them, understands people like them.
Mm-hmm. We also saw this week President Donald Trump turned his criticism toward Buttigieg. Is that kind of a sign that he's rising to the top of this crowded Democratic field?
I don't have a very good track record of predicting what President Trump thinks, but given that he mentioned Buttigieg twice yesterday, first positively, second negatively, that suggests to me that at least somebody in his campaign is concerned about Buttigieg, and that was one of Mr. Trump's talking points.
All right, thank you very much for being here. Of course, much more on this subject as the season goes on. Thank you.
Welcome.